This week, players will win a brass bed, this piano, diamond earrings, and a trip to the Bahamas, and continue a journey towards a fortune in cash and prizes, including a luxury automobile and $50,000 in cash. In total, over $100,000 on Sale of the Century. And now, here's the star of the show, Jim Perry.
Why, thank you. I know that. Well, we're happy to have you here. And we're delighted to have you join us. Hope you're having a good day, and thank you for spending part of it with us as we welcome the new champion on the last show. Let's welcome him back. This is Bart Story. Hello, Bart.
Hi.
Good to see you again. Boy, what a good day.
Very good day.
Great trip to the Bahamas, and then hitting 5,000 with the winner's big money game, so over 9,000 for the day. We didn't talk about what you do for a living.
Well, actually, Jim, I just graduated from USC, getting my master's in communications management.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And your plans, possibly?
Well, I hope to get into television on the management side of the business.
Good. So he may be the one who's going to hire or fire us later on there. Bart, nice to have you here. And here to introduce the challengers is Summer Bartholomew. Hello there, Summer. Bart may be our boss someday. You never know.
This contestant makes life bearable from Anaheim, California. Let's welcome Barbara Jones.
Hello, Barbara.
And he can really bowl you over from Orange, California. Say hi to Brian Castorina.
Hi there, Brian. See you later with some bargains, Summer. Thank you. Brian, you can really bowl me over, huh?
That's right, Jim. I love to bowl, and I take it just seriously enough to be the only two-time intramural bowling champ in the history of UC Berkeley.
Oh, well, you are a serious bowler then. Well, what is your bowling average?
In the last league I was in, it was around 180.
That's not bad at all, I think I could take some lessons from you. Nice to have you here, Brian.
Thanks, Jim.
Barbara, you make life bearable.
Yes, I make special order bears, bride bears, groom bears, muscle bears, you name it, I've made it.
Oh, these little dolls?
Little dolls, little stuffed bears.
Well, it sounds like a very intriguing little business you've got going there, Barbara. Nice to have you here as well.
Thank you.
Good luck. We got the three Bs there, Brian, Barbara, and Bart. And one of the three Bs is going to get themselves, for winning the match, a beautiful, very unusual. It is an electric piano that makes all kinds of different sounds with $2,400. That goes to the winner, plus the opportunity to play the winner's big money game for cash. $20 starts you all off. Here's the first question of the day. Before her Brat Pack days, Molly Ringwald played one of the pals of Blair, Tootie, and Natalie. Brian.
Facts of life, Jim.
That's right. Molly Ringwald was on the Facts of Life. $5 for the correct answer. Brian goes into the lead. And speaking of the facts of life, it's a simple fact of life that the more you get, the more you... What?
Lose.
No. The more you get, the more you want. That's the well-known phrase. Couldn't come up with it, you lose 5. Starting back in the 20s, what physical condition was confirmed by the rabbit test? Brian.
I think pregnancy, Jim.
Pregnancy is exactly right. Brian goes to 30. What do we call the little brown spots that often come out on a redhead's nose after sunbathing? Barbara.
Freckles.
Freckles is right. Barbara gets her first 5 to 25. What are you making for dinner if you're cooking up some pike or pickerel? No? Pike or pickerel? Those are fish. There's a fish. No one knew pike or pickerel. I bet you knew it at home, and I bet you know that it's time for an instant bargain. And the player, see that? The player in the lead can buy bargain merchandise. Brian, who's applauding because he knows he's got a $5 lead, and he could buy this.
Brian, dress up your table with Villeroy & Bach's fine porcelain supper set for 4 in colorful Amapola pattern. Includes soup tureens, soup bowls, and dinner plates, furnished by Villeroy & Bach. It's normally priced at $640, but today on Sale of the Century it's for only $6.
Beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I really like that, but Bart's tough.
Your mother would like this.
Bart's tough.
Well, he is, but we got to think of Mom here, Brian. $640 worth of beautiful, beautiful dinnerware. I'll do 2 things for you then, since you're thinking of Mom. How's that? I'll knock $1 off the price that Summer gave. You can have it for $5. I'll put you in a tie with Barbara. And if you give that to Mom, I'll throw in $100 in cash for you. $740 bargain. That's a big one for 5. Going once. Going twice. No sale.
Bart's too tough, Jim.
Okay. Well, right now, Bart's in 3rd place. So let's get back with this. Warren Beatty and Natalie Wood played high school sweethearts. Bart?
Splendor in the Grass.
That's nicely done. That's the film. Bart, back to 20. In what European country could you sip Chianti in the city of Florence? Bart?
Italy.
Italy is right, and Bart indeed is tough. He's tied Barbara for second. This U.S. city was the first to have an artificial ice rink built in Madison Square Garden. Brian?
New York.
1879, as a matter of fact. New York it is, in Brian to 35. $10 lead for Brian. $10 money card up on the board as we play the fame game, and we're looking for a famous person. Get that person, you'll get control of the board, players. I once planned a career in medicine, but the lure of Hollywood proved too strong. I didn't have far to go because I was born in California in 1916. My tall, dark, and handsome good looks landed me in such films as Keys of the Kingdom, The Yearling, which earned me an Oscar nomination. Bart?
Henry Fonda.
Incorrect. Out of the rest of the oh, we thought he had it. We'll clear it. Continue for the challengers. The Yearling earned me an Oscar nomination. More nominations came with Gentleman's Agreement, 12 O'Clock High. The statuette finally landed on my mantle with To Kill a Mockingbird. Barbara.
Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck, that's right, yeah. And Barbara's got control of the board. And a $10 money card will.
It's down to number 4.
Well, we'll lock those flashing lights into your buzzer now, Barb. Hit that 10. You'll tie Brian for the lead. Good luck.
Okay, $10 money card now.
No, lands on number 3, and she gets...
It's a sculpture. Miller Imports Armani, hand-painted in Italy. Lady with Flowers is designed with intricate detail, styled with the elegance of classic European sculpture. Furnished by Miller Imports.
Nice memento of the show with $350. Yours to keep no matter how you finish in the game. All 3 players will be back in as we continue the game right after this commercial timeout.
Hi, John Davidson here, congratulating these Lucky Day USA winners. And Duracich, Naperville, Illinois. Nolan Easterling, Irving, Texas. And these are just some of the people who've shared in over $250,000 in cash and prizes that we've given away on Lucky Day USA. We'll be back with more cash when we play The Last Word on November 2nd on Lucky Day USA.
Wow, mud on a new carpet. How beautiful. Oh no, not the Regina Steamer carpet cleaner. It's too powerful. And it's too easy to use. It doesn't respect dirt like I do. Oh no, not my tricycle track. Oh no, not my flea circus. No, not my self-portrait.
Regina, powerful enough to clean up after Pigpen.
Can we turn off half your TV for just a moment? That's better, because this is all we need to tell you about a delicious new rice dish with half the fat of the other leading brands. It's new Uncle Ben's Country and Recipes. We left out half the fat, but we didn't leave out any of the taste. With garden fresh vegetables, tangy cheeses, and all-natural flavors, it's our best recipe ever. Uncle Ben's really does make a difference.
Gina lost a little girl.
Your daughter, Katie, is dead.
Or did she? The look-alike on USA tonight.
And sale of the century.
I thank you, Don. Before we get back to the match, as I have been mentioning on our very next show, we start a week of the end of summer bash. That should be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of the young players with us, and one of our young people is going to be guaranteed to win an automobile. So it should be a lot of fun. Be with us for our next 5 shows on Sale of the Century. Right now, back here with Brian enjoying a $10 lead over Barbara and Bart. Back to the 3 Bs and this. In restaurant lingo, a couple of sausages wrapped inside a pancake. Brian?
Pigs in a blanket.
That's what it's called. Brian goes to 40, yes? Theater spotlights were tough on actors' eyes, so the room they waited in before performing was painted, Bart?
The green room.
That's right. It was painted green. That's the origin of the green room. Bart in second place at 30. What French name is given to the game in which phrases and titles are acted out in pantomime? Bart?
Charade.
Just beating everyone with the buzzer, and Bart goes to 35. The Greek orator Demosthenes practiced his diction by speaking with something in his mouth. What? Brian?
A stone.
Stones, pebbles, anything. Yeah, he walked around with stones in his mouth. Brian, I think was taking a chance. It paid off. He's got a $10 lead. And Brian, that was a good time to keep the lead because you have the opportunity to buy this.
Brian, just think of the porridge Goldilocks could have made with this prize. The crisp styling of KitchenAid freestanding electric range helps give a look that's right in any kitchen, furnished by KitchenAid. And to make sure you don't burn your porridge, we'll throw in $300 cash for cooking lessons. It's normally priced at $1,009, but today on Sale of the Century Church for only $11.
My parents are remodeling their house, and they want to get an electric stove.
Oh, well, this would be lovely.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, even the bear likes it. So it's a great stove for them. It's $300 in cash to go with it, making it an over $1,000 bargain. You have a $10 lead. I'll give you a shot at it, Brian. I'll knock $1 off that price. You can have it not for $11, but for $10. Brian, it's yours for 10. Going once, going twice, and still not buying. He is a little wary of the opposition. Hanging on to that $10 lead. Kiwis and emus are true birds in every sense of the word, except they can't do, Brian,
fly.
That's right. Kiwis and emus cannot fly. Brian, the 50. An old warehouse has turned up some rare musical treasures, including a handwritten copy of Old Man River by composer Jerome
Bart Kearns.
That's right, yeah, Jerome Kern it is, and you go to 40. From a Spanish word for mountainous comes the name of this state whose capital is Helena. Bart?
Washington.
No. Helena, Montana. Right. And Bart takes a backward step, losing 5. Dendrochronology. I'll get it out. Dendrochronology is the science of counting rings to determine, Bart,
the age of a tree.
See, now you're right. Why didn't you jump in earlier and save me, Bart? You're right. That's what it is. Bart goes to 40. What Texas city is home to a football team called the Cowboys? Brian.
Dallas.
Dallas is right. Brian, the 55. Yes. Well, speaking of the Cowboys, there is one way that you can tell a real Dallas football fan. He's the one who says, "What cheerleaders?" We'll be right back.
How'd you like to have $2,000 in your bank account tomorrow for your Christmas shopping? Here's a friend to tell you how you can.
Hi, I'm Monty Hall. Now you can play Let's Make a Deal with me just by picking up your phone and calling 1-900-860-4332. I'm giving away $2,000 in cash instantly. Call 1-900-860-4332. Can't win if you don't call.
$2,000 in your bank account tomorrow? That's almost like Christmas.
$3.88 a minute and the average call 6 minutes.
You driving the mighty Tonka?
Yes.
How you like it?
Great.
Hold the road?
It's got big wheels.
How about bumps, jumps, drops?
No problem.
Heavy loads?
Tons.
Ever have a wreck?
All the time.
We make mighty Tonka trucks so tough, we guarantee them for life. That's a long time.
How do you know so much about Tonka?
Kid, my first truck was a Tonka.
Tonka!
Wherever you go, Tonka means trucks.
Win cash. Play the last word starting November 2nd on Lucky Day USA.
Sam Beckett is a brilliant scientist who invents an amazing time machine, and now he gets to hurtle through time and space, experiencing life through other people's bodies. Ultimately, Sam would really like to leave home, but then the show would end, and many people would be sad. Quantum Leap on USA, tonight at 7, 6 Central.
When the elevator stops, the nightmare begins. Nightmare on the 13th floor on USA, Sunday night.
Bart Story looking for his second win, but right now he's in second place. Challenger Brian Castorini is staying in the lead, even though he's been very wary of Bart all day. Brian at 55, Bart at 40, and Barbara not that far behind at 25. You can certainly get a lot closer with a $15 money card going up on the board. And we're looking for a famous thing as we go back to the fame game. I am an expensive vegetable, yet I am found in most supermarkets, fresh, frozen, or canned. I belong to the lily family, And although I produce a flower, Brian.
Water chestnut.
Incorrect. Straight from Barbara and Bart. Brian out of the rest of the question. I belong to the lily family, and although I produce a flower and berry, most people eat only my stem or shoot. Bart.
Asparagus.
Asparagus, yes. Very expensive vegetable, as a matter of fact. Bart's got control. $15 money card. Where is it?
It's down number 6.
Well, if you hit that 15, you would tie Brian for the lead. Good luck.
Okay, I need that $15 money card now.
Oh, bounced right off it. Lands on number 9, and he gets...
It's a food preparer. This KitchenAid mixer with attachments can handle most every task, from a single egg white to kneading yeast doughs. It's a complete food preparer, furnished by KitchenAid.
Very useful item, and that is yours to keep no matter how you finish in the game. And Brian is back in now as the three of you try this. Although he failed to make the Washington Senators baseball team, he succeeded in becoming the leader of Cuba when he overthrew... Bart?
Fidel Castro.
Yeah, Fidel Castro was a very good baseball player. Overthrew Batista. You're right, you go to 45. What word which begins with the letter P is used to describe the powdery substance which gives color to paint? Bart?
Pigment.
Nicely solved, and Bart hits the $50 mark. In what classic 1961 movie did Paul Newman challenge Jackie Gleason to a game, Brian?
The Hustler.
A game of pool is indeed The Hustler, and Brian to 60. Instant bargain. Instant cash. Well, Brian, you've had the lead with the first 2 instant bargains and haven't wanted to buy, but now we're talking money. 2 of these boxes have $100 bills. One today is worth $1,000. Can hit 2 shows in a row. It's up to you whether we have a chance for it 3 times. Cost the amount of your lead. You have a $10 lead over Bart. Would put you in a tie with Bart at 50, but you might get yourself 1,000. Going once. Going twice.
Don't think so.
No, I didn't know. I didn't think so. He has been wary. Yeah. Well, for our friends playing along at home, let's see where it was. It was in number 2. Number 2 had the one.
3.
You were going to, well, okay, that'll make you feel a little better. And you'll certainly feel good when you know that you've got the lead there, Brian. Go to 2,000 on the next show. We'll see if Brian's strategy pays off. Can he hang on to that lead? We'll find out right after this.
Finally, there's a New England clam chowder good enough to make a fuss over. So pick a cool day, tell friends to dress warm, and let them snuggle up to the best bowl of chowder Campbell's has ever made. Introducing Campbell's Home Cookin' New England Clam Chowder. Our most succulent clams, potatoes picked for perfection, and a creamy broth so enticing bowls will be tipped. New Campbell's Home Cookin' New England Clam Chowder. It doesn't get any better than Campbell's best.
New Yoplait Parfait style yogurt. What's the like? 3 layers. Real creamy. Fun to eat. Oh, it's low fat, too. So, how do you like that? Parfait style Yoplait. Do it for you.
What's with the 5th glass?
It's Sunsweet prune juice with prune pulp, hon.
Be still my heart.
It has bits of real prune. For more fruit flavor.
It's richer.
No, costs about the same as regular Sunsweet. Sunsweet prune juice with prune pulp.
John Davidson here, reminding you that starting November 2nd, you can win more cash when we play The Last Word on Lucky Day USA.
Is someone new coming into my life?
What are my lucky numbers?
I lost my ring. Can you help?
Will I be rich?
But when will I meet someone special?
Are my kids going to be all right?
When will I be happy?
Can you explain my dream?
Well, could you help me change my luck?
Well, I'll get a better job.
Is he ever coming back?
The answers you need are just a phone call away at the Good Fortune Hotline. 1-800-562-1400. This call is free. Adults only. Call now.
A preacher-turned-gambler finds that some games are dead serious. Wild Card on USA, Wednesday night at 9.
And Brian, he's been wary of buying. He wanted the lead. He's got it. It is a $10 lead over the champion Bart. Brian at 60, Bart at 50, Barbara at 25. But Barb, don't be discouraged. Remember, the $25 money card comes up a little later. Right now, a question for 5. What religious leader is often depicted in statues sitting cross-legged, meditating? Bart?
Buddha.
With a tranquil smile and closed eyes. Buddha it is. Bart within one question of Brian. Red Lake, Cass Lake, Leech Lake. They're just a few of the reasons why this Midwestern state, Brian,
Minnesota,
is nicknamed the land of 10,000 lakes. It is indeed Minnesota. Brian at 65. Father of the Bride and An American in Paris were two of the film classics directed by this one-time husband of Judy Garland. He's Vincent Barbara
Minnelli.
That's right, and Barbara to 30. Third and final claim game. All three money cards up there, and as promised, a big one worth 25 as we look for a famous person. I was born in North Africa in 247 BC. And like my father before me, I grew up hating the Romans. I became a military genius and statesman and attacked an ally of Rome. These people reacted by starting the Second Punic War. To the great astonishment of the Romans, I achieved the impossible when I crossed the Alps with troops, horses, and elephants. Brian.
Alexander the Great.
That is incorrect. Now the rest of the question, break for Barbara and Bart as we clear it. We'll continue for Barbara and Bart. I crossed the Alps with troops, horses, and elephants. When Rome demanded my surrender, I committed suicide. I am the greatest general of Carthage. Crossing the Alps with elephants? I am, Bart?
Genghis Khan.
No. And no one's going to get a crack at it. I have no more information. The one who crossed the... Audience, you know? Hannibal. Hannibal crossed the Alps with a... You weren't there? You didn't watch him go across? No? No one gets a crack at it. So, we finish up the match with the speed round. May I have 60 seconds on the clock? And Brian, that was break for you because you were out of it there. They could have caught up. You've got the lead at 65. Bart at 55. Barbara at 30. Good luck to the three of you. We start the speed round now. What TV sitcom featured characters Ralph, Mouth, and Arthur? Bart.
The Honeymooners.
Wrong. From what country do we get a martial art form known as jiu-jitsu? Bart.
Japan.
Right. What kind of flowers are Crimson Glories and American Duties? Barbara. Roses. Right. Complete this famous quote. Fools rush in where angels... Bart. Barbara.
Angel, Spirit, or Tread.
Yes. What insect lends its name to gatherings called husking, spelling, quilting? Barbara.
Bees.
Right. A popular singer and a German composer both share the name Engelbert. Bart.
Humperdinck.
Right. What juicy fruit can be made into sauce, butter, and cider? Bart.
Apple.
Right. What great American humorist claimed he never met a man he didn't like? Barbara.
Will Rogers.
Right. Which European country's flag is known as the tricolor? Brian.
Italy.
Wrong. The most populated state in the Midwest is the one nicknamed Land of Lincoln. Brian.
Nebraska.
Wrong. Reformed, Conservative, and Orthodox are three major branches. Brian.
Catholic.
Wrong. By what name do we know the master gland that lies at the base of the brain? Time is up, and Bart has won it. Wow. Champion came back. Brian was wary of him all day, and Bart indeed won it. Barbara made a strong move there. Time ran out, and I'm sure you heard Brian answer correctly. The master gland is indeed the pituitary gland, clearly after time was up. But the ones that, at the very beginning, Bart missed, Ralph, Mouth, and Arthur Fonzarelli, they were in, the Fonz, Happy Days. But there were three that Brian missed, and they cost him. Reformed, Conservative, and Orthodox are three major branches of what religion? Judaism. Judaism, Reformed, Conservative, and Orthodox. The Land of Lincoln, that is the state of, Illinois. And the European flag, the tricolor, that is the French flag, is called the tricolor. I have to say goodbye to Brian and Barbara. Well, Brian, you didn't pick up anything along the way. Had a couple of chances there, but you were going for the big one. That's nice to hear. Got some nice parting gifts for you. Thank you for joining us. Barbara, get that beautiful sculpture with the cash in front of you. That's around $400. We thank you for joining us as well. You came back there strong.
Thank you.
But the day belongs to Bart's story. And Bart, as you know, you got a great trip on the last show. Now for winning the match, you're going to get this lovely electric piano.
That's great.
Bart, tune up for some fun on the new Yamaha CLP 200 Clavinova keyboard. Has 76 full-size keys with piano-like touch, plus 3 built-in voices, MIDI, and stereo symphonic sound. This prize is worth $2,495.
Very luxurious. That looks like it'll fit almost any place, too. That's nice. Now Bart's going to join me to try to add some more cash with the winner's big money game. Come on, Bart. Well, congratulations. You kept hanging in there in second place. It finally came back strong. Well, congratulations. Let's see how we do this time as you play the winner's big money game for $6,000. So we have 3 envelopes for you to pick from, red, yellow, and blue. Which one is it going to be today?
Let's try for the red today.
All right, you won. So you won $5,000 with the blue, I remember last year, right? Let's see how you do with the red. You want to solve 4 puzzles in 20 seconds for $6,000. Remember, the clock starts when the first word of each puzzle is revealed. Stops whenever you hit that plunger to give me an answer, and you must give me an answer right away. Good luck. You did it the last time. Let's see you do it one more time. 20 seconds on the clock, and the first puzzle starts now. Country, claims, islands, Sardinia. Sicily. Yeah?
Greece.
No.
Ooh.
No, Sicily and Capri off the coast of Italy.
Right.
Italy. Well, now you've got some catching up to do, and of course you cannot make another mistake, because even if there's time left on the clock, 2 mistakes and it's all over. So let's see how we do as we try to do some catching up, and as our friends at home know, it has been done before. Let's see you do it. Once again, let's take a look at the puzzle now. Lawyer Della Street. Yep.
Perry Mason.
Della Street helps solve crime. That helps with the catching up. Perry Mason is right. Your first correct answer. Need 3 more before the clock hits 00. Let's stay on that roll. Let's look at the next puzzle now. City where Tony Bennett.
San Francisco.
That's where he left his heart. San Francisco it is. At the halfway mark, 6 seconds. It can still be done, but you've got to get some good instincts. Good luck as we take a look at the next puzzle now. Band included Friar Little John. That is Robin Hood. Robin Hood. Friar Tuck, Little John on that one. I tried to give you both of them at the same time there, but that is the time ran out on that, right? Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I'm sorry about that. We couldn't do it. It was too much catching up to do with 6 seconds. We'll be back with our champion to wrap things up for the day right after this commercial timeout. I'm sorry about that. Tried to be the other. I think Friar Tuck would have been easier. I was trying to get running at a little. Trying to give you the easier one.
It's Yahtzee, the game America loves to play. There's no better way to roll out the good times. Including Mickey Mouse Yahtzee and new Showdown Yahtzee, the first Yahtzee board game.
Has breakfast come to this? You want your kids to eat a nutritious cereal. They want something fun to eat. So give them Kellogg's Rice Krispies. It's fat-free. It's low in sugar. And best of all, kids love it. Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Sound nutrition without the showdown.
The time, morning.
I'd like to wake up to this coffee in the morning.
The place, the 5-star Arizona Biltmore.
The aroma is wonderfully enticing.
The coffee, not the restaurant's usual fresh brew. Today, it's been secretly switched to Folgers Crystals.
It would help wake us up.
It would help wake us up even
Get us
better.
going.
I'm amazed. Actually, I'm overwhelmed. It's instant coffee.
This would start my day off great.
Mountain-grown Folgers Crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
I'll drink to that.
If you're looking for a new career opportunity, listen to this. There's never been a better time to be an electronics repair technician, like me. We're really in demand, and you could be too. The National Education Center is now offering a course to train you as an electronics repair technician. Call now for a copy of this brochure. This could be your chance of a lifetime.
For a brochure on career training in the electronics field, call 1-800-992-8400. That's 1-800-992-8400. Call now.
Back again with our champion, Bart Story. And Bart, we're going to ask you to take 5 shows off now, right? And you'll come back to defend the title because, as I mentioned, with our next 5 shows, we're going to have a back-to-school bash, an end-of-summer blast, and it should be really great. We've got the young people with us. We had a lot of fun with them earlier in the week, and some great prizes, very specially geared to the young people, and one of them is going to get a car. So be with us. The very next show starts a week of the end-of-summer blast. And Bart will be back then after that with $12,004 on sale at reception. Bye for now.
Is Gina seeing double, or is the double really her dead daughter? Melissa Gilbert stars in The Look-alike, a USA world premiere movie encore tonight at 9.
Sale of the Century stars Jim Perry. This is Don Morrow speaking. Sale of the Century is a Reg Grundy production.